Welcome back. You're watching News First.
Taking a look at more local news, UNP and opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe flatly refused to face certain questions raised by journalists and evaded the media yet again today. This was during a media briefing held in Rajagiriya. The media briefing was organised to create awareness on the issues surrounding allegations of human rights violations as well as the stance of the organisation Vipaksha Virodhaya over the matter.
මානව හිමිකම් මණ්ඩලයේ සිදුවෙන නෑ මේ කරුණා කළා මමයි මේ රැස්වීම ගෙනියන්නේ නෑ මේ කරුණා නෑ එකක් ඉන්න කරුණා කළා ඔබතුමාට මෙතෙන්ට කරදර කරන්න උවමනා නැහැ මේ සාකච්ඡා හැපේ ප්‍රතිපත්තිය තියෙන්නේ සාකච්ඡාවෙන් පස්සේ ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න සාකච්ඡාවෙන් පස්සේ ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න අවස්ථාව තියෙනවා මෙතෙන්ට බාධා කරනවා කියන්නේ ඔයා බාධා කරන්න ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන මේක අසාර්ථක කරන්නේ මගේ ඔයාගේ හැම ප්‍රශ්නයකටම පිළිතුරු දෙන්න මේකෙන් පස්සේ මම ඒක පාලනය කරන්නේ ඔව් ඊට පස්සේ මෙතුමයි කතාව තියෙන්නේ
During the speeches made by representatives of the Vipaksha Virodhaya organisation, the opposition leader consulted his media coordinator and inquired as to who raised questions. Subsequent to all speeches, journalists once again attempted to raise questions, hoping that the opposition leader would respond. This media briefing is important to us. It is more important than Mattala. We hope that the government media would attend this. However, when you look at the mics,
රජයේ මයික් යන්නම් මට මේ රූපවාහිනී නෑ රූපවාහිනියවත් SLBC නා රූපවාහිනියවත්
neither Rupavahini nor ITN is present. There are no cameras. The government did not like us holding this event on the same day as the opening of the Mattala airport. They thought we wanted to disrupt it. There are individuals who have come here to raise irrelevant questions. Sirasa has 2 cameras here. You are all journalists. Is this necessary?
ඒක නිකන් තියන්න ඉඩ දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් ඒක කඩාකප්පල් කරන්න උවමනා කියලා හිතුවා. ඒකයි මෙතෙන්ට ඇවිල්ලා මේකට අදාළ නැති ප්‍රශ්න කාරු හරි ඇවිල්ලා අරගන්න කියලා. දැන් ගයන් සම්පත් විතර නෙමෙයි ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ සිරසෙන් දිස්ත්‍රික්කත් රාජ්‍යත් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා සිරසෙන්. සිරසෙන් කැමරා දෙකක් තියෙනවා. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔක්කොම මේ මාධ්‍යවේදී. කැමරා දෙකක් ඕනද? හා? දිස්ත්‍රික්ක නයන්ජනයි ගයන් සම්පත් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. මෙතන වරුණ සම්පත්තුයි ගැට ගහවත්තයි දෙන්නම ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඇයි මේ දෙකක් ගෙනාවේ?
That is the news they want. The footage that was captured by the other camera is handed over to Rupavahini and ITN. That is what they do.
මෙතනින් දුන්නාම ඔව් සම්පූර්ණ මේ වෙලාව තියෙන්නේ ඒ නිසා හරි ඉතින්
We will provide you with an opportunity. Gayan Sampath, I do not hate you, but I will not answer your questions.
දැන් වාඩි වෙලා මේ ඔක්කොමලටම ඕන එකක් කියන්නේ ඊට ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී දෙයක් නැහැ වයිදේකම හරියන්නේ නැහැ ගාය. වයිදේ නැතුව එනවා නම් මම ගමන් දෙවන්න. දැන් ඔබතුමා මගේ ප්‍රශ්නේ අහන්නේ. ඔබතුමාගේ තැමකට පිළිතුරු දුන්නේ නැහැ. ඔබතුමා අඩුව තමයි මගේ ප්‍රශ්නවත් ඇහුම්කන් දුන්නේ නැහැ. මේකද ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාද ඔබතුමාගේ ප්‍රශ්නේ.
Senior journalists and political party representatives view in dismay the behavior of the opposition leader towards the media. The opposition and especially the opposition leader speaks about media freedom. However, when looking at his behavior, we do not see media freedom within the UNP. He invited journalists to attend the media briefing. However, journalists will not merely attend the media briefing and write about what they say. Journalists do have questions and issues that need clarification. If he is a democratic and patient leader, he should have answered the questions posed by journalists. Instead of doing this, he insulted and made fun of the journalists and left the place. If he is going to act in this manner, why invite journalists in the first place? It is the media that takes an opinion to the public domain. be it the government or the opposition. If the media does not have this freedom, then what is the media freedom that the opposition leader speaks of? The topic of discussion was human rights. However, he failed to secure the human rights even during this media briefing. As a senior journalist, I am saddened by his actions. He is the deputy chairman of the World Democratic Party. If you act in such a manner, what is the democracy that you speak of? He clearly accused that some media institutions are carrying out government contracts. Anybody who understands Sri Lankan politics knows who in the opposition is carrying out government contracts.
මම දන්නේ නැහැ අද ලංකාවේ ඉන්න දේශපාලනයේ තේරෙන ඕන කෙනෙක් දන්නවා රජයේ කොන්ත්‍රාත් කරන විපක්ෂයෙන් කවුද කියලා.
රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මහත්තයයි මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ මහත්තයයි එක ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක ඉන්නේ. එක ව්‍යාපෘතියක ඉන්නේ. ඒ නිසා
Ranil Wickremesinghe and Mahinda Rajapaksa are involved in implementing the same programs.
තේ බොනවා නේද? නේ එම්බ තේ බිබී කෝප් බිබී ගිවිසුම් ගන්නවා සාකච්ඡා කරනවා එක ගමනක් යන්නේ. අවුලක් නැහැ.
I saw recently that he had expressed his willingness to come to Mattala for talks.
Tonight's Sports Fest goes back in time to take a look at an individual who served as chairman of the Board of Control for Cricket in Sri Lanka.
The year 1996 is etched in the memory of all Sri Lankans as it was the year when the country lifted its first Cricket World Cup. It was also the time when the 5-year plan of Anna Puncheheva, the then chairman of the Board of Control for Cricket in Sri Lanka, became a success. Guided by Anna Puncheheva and led by Arjuna Ranatunga, the Sri Lanka cricket team created history by bringing home the coveted ICC Cricket World Cup. Sri Lanka also registered its first Test match victory overseas, which came against New Zealand during the tenure of Anna Puncheheva as a chairman of the Board of Control for Cricket in Sri Lanka. What is the difference between Anna Puncheheva, who had a correct plan for the development of cricket in Sri Lanka, and those currently seeking election to the post of chairman of Sri Lanka Cricket?
Over the past few years, those who asked for votes to secure these positions were not interested in obtaining the votes at divisional level. They asked for votes from the leaders of the country, particularly the political stalwarts. These people came into power through political stalwarts. Everyone from the chairman came to power through state power. What are they doing ultimately? They spend the rest of their time paying off the debt owed to those who appointed them. The game of cricket has been destroyed.
Who will be the next chairman of Sri Lanka Cricket? Here are the comments sent by you, our viewers, to the survey conducted by Sports Fest.
Who will claim the top post in cricket? Type CRIC space A for Tilanga Sumatipala, CRIC space B for Upali Dharmadasa, CRIC space C for Sumit R. Pereira, CRIC space D for others, and send it to 7788.
And up next we have Action TV. These people, who are well aware of the power of the rains which force them from their permanent dwellings to tents, are also aware of another important factor. This factor is that the harm caused to them by heavy showers could also be caused now by minor showers. Thereby, the tent life, while being unstable, is also extremely dangerous. The psychological effect that their destabilized lives have on these people cannot be mitigated through the supply of cooked food or dry rations. These people from 292 families that were affected by the heavy showers of December are now scattered in areas coming under the purview of the Chilau and Arachikattua divisional secretariats. These people, who are now registered in government records as people whose homes were completely destroyed by the rains, were supplied relief packages of cooked food and dry rations for the first 2 weeks after they lost their homes. Within this time frame, the compensation they received for the damages caused was only 1,500 rupees. That money was provided for kitchen equipment. These people, who now understand that the construction of new homes will have to be undertaken using their own labor, are concerned with the continuous delay of a government scheme to initiate this work. We were expectantly waiting for it, thinking that we could at least build a shack, but we have received nothing. This has been limited to the newspapers and the television. The competent officials at several divisional secretariats in the Puttalam district who have failed to distribute monthly Samurdhi welfare payments over the past 3 months have told the Samurdhi beneficiaries that the Samurdhi welfare payments have been allocated for flood relief. However, since the sufferings of those affected by the floods is quite evident, it appears that this problem has become a beggar's wound. It is possible that the provision of relief for these people could be extended until the next election to be used as a political trump card. But will these people continue to live in tents until such time? Chairman of the Puttalam District Development Coordination Committee, this one is over to you.
It's time now for the newspaper cartoon of the day.